was a proper
Next
clonk,
question. Before I cry.
Okay. Next question. What makes you cry? No, I'm joking. Welcome to Toast and Jams, where we like to cheers to creativity and chat to the rhythm of a song from our formative years. And today we have Emerald.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming on. How do you like to be? Is your artist name now just Emerald?
It's just Emerald, yeah.
Cool, right.
I guess like when I'm broadcasting, it's Emerald Lewis or Emerald Rose Lewis or whatever. To be honest, it's been a little bit of like, I don't know what my name is, but when it comes to artists, it's just Emerald, yeah.
Yeah,
like
that
Cher,
makes sense.
Madonna.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, why not? It's a beautiful name.
Thank you.
Welcome. We'd like to ask our guests to bring a drink on.
Mm-hmm.
What drink have you chosen for us
I
today?
have this magical, down here, bottle of tequila.
Ocho Tequila.
The brand is Ocho, as in 8 in Spanish.
Yes.
And Ocho.
Yeah.
And it's just a delicious tequila that I like to drink.
It certainly is.
And I thought I'd share that with you.
Well, should we have a shot in honour of the bottle?
Yeah, go on then.
Okay.
Let's do it. I'm going to be so pissed when I leave. There you go.
You go there.
A little one.
Yeah, a little one.
To the red line.
Mm-hmm.
There's quite good glasses for the bottle and it kind of matches.
That'll do.
Was that a little one? Oh, your line is higher than mine.
It's like, I requested that and it was made. Cheers.
Oh, one sec.
Oh, very diligent.
Mazel tov. Yamas. Prost.
Ooh, cheers. That was good.
Cheers.
That's a real good way to kick the morning off.
Yeah. What time is it?
Yeah, what time is it? It's Ocho time.
Ocho time.
Do you want some facts about Ocho Tequila?
Give me the facts.
Unlike most tequilas, Ocho is one of the only brands that labels its bottles with the year. So quite like wine.
Oh.
Right? Yeah, let's check it out.
So this one, wow.
It's the year and the field where the agave is grown.
So a fine vintage, 2024.
Ooh.
So probably under a year old.
I would guess so.
Mirandillas. It looks like the estate where the agave was grown.
Yes.
Mirandillas.
Right, nice.
Lovely.
Yeah, that's
and
cool.
It's signed by, I mean, I don't know, the maestro
Carlos
Tequila.
Carlos Camarena.
No, looks like Laz.
Oh, the person that made it?
I guess so, but is that different for each bottle?
Do you know why it's called Ocho?
No, I don't.
I think this is probably the most interesting facts.
It's funny that you had all these facts ready when you didn't know what drink I was going to bring with me.
No, I know, yeah. It's cool, right?
You're crazy.
I just know a lot about booze.
Right.
Basically, it took 8 attempts to get the perfect recipe that they were into.
Okay.
That's one of the reasons. The Camarena or Camarena family has been making tequila for 8 generations.
Wow.
Which is a long time,
That's
man.
a long time. 8 generations.
8 generations, yeah.
How many years is that approximately?
Well, let's say, you could say 800 years.
What, a century is a generation?
700 years if you take away the little bits.
A generation is not a century. That means every...
No, but like 7... So a generation is like someone lives to 80, right? No?
Can I jump in?
Yeah.
Of course you can.
I think from what I understand...
Isn't it like 30 years?
20 years.
Yeah, because it's like when you have your kids, it's the next generation, right?
Oh,
yeah.
I was just thinking lifespan.
100 years.
And then to think like...
Well, no, because like my nephews are the generation below me.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
I was just thinking like someone lives...
800 years.
Someone lives until 70 and then they dies, and that's a generation. That's what I was thinking.
I would say 30 years approx.
Oh, okay.
You do the math.
If it's 8 generations, what's 8 times 3?
I'm really bad
16
at mental math.
is 2.
Plus
22.
another 8. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So 220 years?
22 years. Wow, it's a real short amount of time they've been making tequila. It takes 8 years to mature it, but that one says 2024 on it.
Yeah.
but it matures for 8 years. So that's some of the facts. Do you want any more facts, or are you done with facts?
Give me one more.
I'll give you one
more.
Make
it interesting.
So Ocho was created by Carlos Camarena, a third-generation master distiller, and Tomas Estes was the official ambassador of tequila for the EU.
Cool.
So, yeah, there you go.
Shout out, Tomas. Thanks for the tequila.
Yeah. So thanks for that. Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's have some.
I forgot how to say cheers in Spanish. Santé. No, that's French.
Salud.
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 Is that in Spanish?
Yeah, salud.
Nice one. Cheers.
It's better with a bit of lime and ice.
Oh, it's lovely.
It's a bit easier.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit
we
less,
also like our guests to pick a tune from their formative years.
Yeah.
You had a bit of trouble picking
mate,
a tune.
I'm still a bit annoyed at you for not letting me have 3.
Yeah, well, you're not the first person. Becca, who we had on last series, wanted to do 3. And she was like, 3 is the magic number. But I think it's important to just stick to one, because otherwise we're just talking about tunes all day.
Yeah, fair enough.
We kind of want to move past that.
Can I mention all 3 of them though?
Yes, of course you can. You're allowed.
So my first one was Steve Angelo, Laid Back Luke, Robin S, Show Me Love.
Yeah.
Like the proper
Absolute
Oceana
classic.
Kingston dance.
Do you think there'll ever be a time when that tune won't like hit when it drops?
I don't think so.
No.
I think there might be like a new sort of Gen Z edit of it floating about at the moment, which is just not worth mentioning.
Yeah, but
no offense.
But maybe, but maybe they need to breathe some life into it again, because in terms of relevancy, right? But dance floor bangers like that, you know, I guess it depends on memories, yeah, and it depends on like where you were,
nostalgia,
at what times. Nostalgia. I guess as long as it's always introduced to the generations, and that's me dropping the tune, by the way.
It's like your favourite flick.
As long as it's always introduced to new generations, then I guess it will always have relevancy. But there's probably going to be a sad time when it's not going to happen. Right?
True that, but I also think that particular edit is the edit.
The one that you picked.
The Laid Back Luke. Is it Laid Back Luke? Or am I thinking of another tune? It's Steve Angelo, 100%.
Okay.
That remix for me, that's the one that is like my nostalgic edit.
Yeah.
And you know, the original Robin S, Show Me Love, anyone who grew up in the 80s or 70s or whenever it came out is probably, you know, we're stating the obvious here, but probably hates the remake that I'm talking about.
Oh, right, okay.
You know what I mean?
I need to hear it.
Yeah,
just
not heard the original.
Refresh, like, I know the original, obviously.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
I don't
you
think
did
I
the
know.
one I'm talking about, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it's the one. But
So what's the other 2? So there were 3 that you were debating.
The other one, number 2 was Chase and Status Eastern Jam.
Oh, it's an absolute banger.
And I was just got to tell you the memory that's attached to it. So I kind of first started going raving in like dubstep era.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Magnetic Man, Plastician, Benga, Scream sort of era of dubstep.
Yeah.
And this tune was like, and Chase and Status obviously, but you know, Chase and Status can do many different genres. But this one was like, when I went to college in Staines, like Egham sort of area.
Yeah.
This was the tune that we were just smoking massive bifters to a lot and like going raving to.
It's a proper banger, man.
Just said bifter on a podcast. But it's a banger, and I remember we always used to swap the lyrics with "Roll me another J."
Oh, okay, yeah, that
sounds so cringe when you say it now, but it was it's a big part of the tapestry of my teenagehood.
Yeah, and that's what we're asking. Yeah. So fair enough. But the one that you settled on is neither of those 2.
No,
What's the one you settled on?
I can never pronounce it properly. Is it Rui de Silva or just like Rui de Silva?
I think it's Rui,
as
far as what I've heard.
And who's the other artist on it? Yeah, who goes by a different alias though, right?
I think it's...
Is it just Cassandra Fox?
I think it's Cassandra Fox.
Touch Me.
Yeah.
As in Touch Me.
It's a great vocal, man. Like it's really
it's
like
beautiful.
the rough... She's got this little rough edge.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's great. It's fucking great.
She's got a certain rasp to her like falsetto. But it's beautiful, man. Do you want to know the memories?
Yes, of course. So why did you choose that tune?
Well, I have this CD that I still have now that was, remember we used to burn CDs?
Yes.
Obviously, you remember. CDs. My friend Fifi, shout out to Fifi. She made me like a mixtape on a CD.
Yeah.
And it was just like all our tunes that we loved to like we used to go to a lot of queer raves as well, like GAY Heaven,
jokes.
Charing Cross, you know, all of them ones.
RIP Heaven.
Yeah, shit, yeah.
And actually GAY now.
No, really?
I saw something. Oh, you know what? I don't want to say that without the knowledge.
Oh, right, fair enough.
I saw a headline.
Okay.
That was like, we can't keep up anymore, and
man.
Soho's lost its vibe.
Oh,
it was the owner speaking from the owner's mouth.
That sucks.
So anyway, I don't want to say RIP just yet because I don't know.
Let's wait till RIP to GAY. No, we'll wait for the facts.
Yeah.
But so she made me a CD. It had a lot of our like favourite like tunes on it that were just, you know, our Percy tunes.
Yeah.
And I remember I had this car, my first and only car.
A beautiful thing that doesn't happen that much anymore as well.
Yeah.
Someone just making you a CD.
I know.
It's a big deal.
And just listening to it in the car, you know what I mean? Just having limited CDs in the glove box.
Yes, exactly.
Not having endless choices.
Yeah.
Which is a beautiful thing as well. And so we listened to the CD all the time in my VW Polo, my little red. I called her Lady, as in Ladybird.
Yeah.
I used to call her Ladybird because she always played red in Connect 4. No, that's not why. But, you know, that one. And then, it was on that CD. It's just a beautiful tune as well. Like, bum, 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 bum,
yeah, it's a big tune.
It's so well produced.
Yeah.
For me, it's just, you know, when you can always smell a memory.
Mm-hmm.
That one.
Yeah. Cool. It's a great choice.
Thanks.
So what was happening for you at that time, like in your life, basically?
I was at college at that time,
Okay.
I was at college. So I'm from like southwest outskirts, like near Staines. I'm from a place called Shepperton, which is like just outside of Zone 6. And I grew up there until I was like 18. Which you may have seen on TV in such documentaries as My Big Fat Gypsy Wedding, things like that. That's
Ali
the sort
G,
of area.
that
Ali G put us on the map.
Yeah.
So I went to college in Egham, which is like right next to Staines.
Yeah.
And that's where I was. That's where I was geographically at that time.
Yeah.
Mentally, spiritually, emotionally, I was at college. I guess these were kind of like the years when I started getting more into dance music. Not greatest example for that, but
how old
I
were
mean,
you
this song.
when that tune, like,
I don't know when it came, what year it came
to
out, but I was probably 15, 16.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. Mental. Imagine being 16 now. Crazy.
Imagine.
I'd love it. I would
like to be 16 for like a year with my brain now.
Yeah.
Just to
wow,
just
good
to
shout.
literally exploit it.
No, but you wouldn't want your brain now, man. It would be depressing because
really?
you wouldn't be able to get into the spirit of things because
you're
you'd know too much.
Yeah, you're right.
You'd probably be that depressing, miserable
no, you'd just be you
twat. Exactly my point. Depressing, miserable twat. No, joking. But you know what I mean? Like, you'd just be like, oh, this is shit. Exactly. I'm tired. You lot don't know what you're talking about. Like, I can't get in on the jokes.
So why would it be enjoyable to be 16 again for a year?
Because ignorance is bliss, Alex. You know what I mean?
Yes, but how could you enjoy it in terms of the you now going back? That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, I wouldn't want to be the me I am going back.
Yeah,
I would want to be my 16-year-old brain in my 16-year-old body.
But with some kind of knowledge of nothing.
Man, no way.
Okay, cool.
Erase all the stuff that I learned. I don't want to know. Get it out.
Well, then once is enough. Once is enough then.
No, please, one more.
One more time.
Yeah.
I'll jump back on the ride.
Yeah. What were we talking about? I can't remember.
We were talking about basically like...
so where I was at that time. Yeah. So I was smoking a lot of weed. I remember smoking a lot of weed back then. And just, I was quite like...
To be honest, it's the rite of passage like that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it's like for younger generations. When I talk about younger generations, I mean like 100 years.
Yeah, 100 years ago.
Yeah. But,
a century.
But yeah, like it. For I think I know we're not the same generation necessarily, but I think
aren't we?
Yeah, I guess so.
Ish.
I don't know.
I think so. Yeah.
But there's definitely like a time in your life where that's a thing. It's just a thing, especially before kind of like boozing a lot. I think maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
And doing other harder stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that. But yeah, I'm trying to say like smoking in the park with kids, first kisses, that kind of vibe.
Yeah,
like,
well, the park
time.
outside my college, I went to Strode's College. Shout out Strode's College. I went to Strode's College and it was called Stoners College. And there was a park opposite the gate, which was called Stoners Park.
Yeah.
So this was when I don't know, I was quite sporty.
Was your house called Stoners House, by any chance?
Yeah, my... I can't. I was going to go somewhere with that, but I stopped. But I mean, before that, I was quite active and like sporty and like
before that. Oh, no.
Yeah, and then I just started like getting just monged out all the time. But I mean, I still passed with really good grades and whatever. But I think like sort of opening up my mind to, I guess, like dance music culture and everything that comes with it, kind of set me off on a different path, which was great because obviously I don't regret anything. Like this is what I do, live and breathe now.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
But it's interesting looking back and thinking, what about all the things I could have done if I didn't smoke a score every day? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there were so many other things that I was interested in. And I guess now when you're like 10, 15 years on, you think like, how different my life could have been if I lived like a very straight-laced kind of existence.
But I just don't think you'd be happy.
I don't think so. But who knows? Who knows?
But I think your spirit, from what I know of you, is someone that wants to find out.
Yeah, definitely.
You only get to where you are now, if you find out, if you work, if you're bouncing off, find experiences. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I've always had quite like a curious mind, but also what comes with it, like the double-edged sword, is that I can never make my mind up, and I like too many things. I like too many things, or I don't know what I like, so I kind of just have to go with my gut.
Because, you know, for example, the person, like the 15-year-old girl that says, I don't want any of that weed, I'm okay, I'm just going to carry on studying.
Yeah.
And like that kind of spirit or attitude or whatever you want to call it, personality, is going to live a very closed life, let's say. Because it's not an open attitude, right? And I think your life can only be enriched if you're open.
Yeah, I guess you've already made your mind up, haven't you?
Open to mistakes.
Yeah.
Like, of course, mistakes can come and shit can happen, and like, maybe you develop a drug problem or whatever. Like, you know, it's a gateway drug.
Might be great. Might be great. I mean, I like to think I've turned out all right when it comes to all that stuff. Anyway,
I think you have.
I think, but kind of, you know, I think for me having that sort of personality where I like a lot of things and I'm not very good at making decisions, meant that I left college not really knowing what I wanted. Yeah, hence the 3 tunes that I couldn't even decide till this morning which one. But I mean, I meant I left college not really knowing what I wanted to do, which is a great thing actually in itself, because
it really is.
It was entering a world of possibility. But I didn't go to uni because I was like, I want to do English literature, I want to do media, I want to do business studies, I want to do law. Like I just didn't know. Yeah. And I thought, why am I going to spend thousands of pounds on something I'm not sure about? It doesn't make sense to me.
I think that's a really good decision, and I think you're lucky to have known yourself well enough at that time to not have gone to uni. To be honest, because a lot of people, including myself, went with it because they just thought it was what they should do. So fucking well done.
Yeah, well, I think what helps is I'm the youngest of 3 daughters, and they both no. Did they both? No, one of them did. One of them was like the sensible one. One of them was like the crazy reckless one. So I kind of saw both, and I was like, I know what I want to do.
That's a real privileged position to be in.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
And the fact that they're both women too, because if it was 2 brothers, you might not see yourself in them as much or whatever. But it's like 2 older sisters. Yeah, you literally can pick one almost, and be
or neither.
Or neither.
Which is what I did.
It's true. Yeah, fair.
It would be like cool. Either of y'all. Yeah, nah. I mean, I love you girls, but you know.
Caveat. Yeah. But so in terms of like influences in your musical kind of taste as a DJ, but also as a producer now.
Oh God, it sounds weird to even hear it out loud. It hasn't been very long. Yeah.
Right, yeah. But you know, we can talk about that song, and but the years after those times, like 15, 16, and the kind of path you took, and
as in where did my influences come from?
Yeah.
After that time, so not like childhoody vibes.
Yeah, let's move forward to when, like, so you didn't go to uni.
I didn't go to uni. After that,
19 to 20s.
Yeah,
you know.
So like 18, after I left home, I moved in with my sister.
Okay,
my eldest sister.
Yeah.
And I was kind of just like, I've got not really much of a plan. I'm just going to sort of see. I worked in retail. I worked in childcare. Like, I was a teaching assistant for a bit. I was a dancer in, like, I just used to do disco skating and hula hoop dancing.
I don't think I knew that.
Really?
I'm not surprised.
Until right now?
Yeah, I don't think I knew that. I don't think we've had that conversation.
I did hula hoop dancing in, like, clubs, festivals, music videos with a dance troupe. Yeah, it was actually sick. And then disco skating. Then I broke my leg. On skates, which was really shit.
So you weren't that good then?
Well, apparently not. I was about to get really good as well. It was so annoying. But I've got 2 plates, 10 screws in my leg.
Fucking hell.
So yeah, I kind of didn't really get back on the skates because I was like, it's just not worth it. And then but that was kind of the best thing to happen to me in a backwards way, because I didn't really have a choice on. It limited my choices because I couldn't do anything active anymore, and I was such an active person. And that's when I around that time I was like, I really want to be a presenter. I still had such a love for music, and I was kind of like playing at parties, like my friends who run labels or birthday parties, things like that, you know, like quite accessible sort of club nights. But and I was selecting, I wasn't mixing or anything. And I've always been an obsessor of over collecting, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'd never really considered myself as like a DJ. But I knew I wanted to be a presenter. Like I've always loved radio, like love since I was a child, like a young kid. And my dad used to be a radio DJ like back in the day. So I think that spark was there, yeah. Like, I mean, cool. I don't even know what shows, but like in the 80s, he like did bits and bobs. Wow. So that broke my leg. And at that time I was sort of looking into like potential presenting jobs, etc. And at this time I'd sent my demo into Rinse FM. And I guess because I couldn't do anything else but focus on it.
What was the demo like? Did
you know what? I found it the other day.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So jokes. My voice sounds like a mouse. Like, so funny.
What direction did you go in for the demo? Like, what was your thought process? Like, was it like, I'm gonna be super cool about it, or I'm gonna be like, yeah?
It was a bit of both, really. I was like, let me think about it. I'm going to do 2 hours. Why am I selecting these tunes? And then I just thought, okay, I'm going to think about what's happened to me recently. Yeah. It'd just been the summer, so I was like, okay, I've got a lot of references to make here.
Yeah.
And I brought like a friend
to be that chatty, really.
Nah, not really.
What year was this?
Kinda.
What year was this?
I'm really bad with years. I was 21, I think. And that's about 11 years ago. Don't do the math.
Oh, wow, okay.
So I did that. And I guess because I had a broken leg, I was forced to just put all of my focus into that. Yeah. You know, radio is something you can do.
A blessing, yeah.
Radio is something you can do without anybody seeing you and having to move around.
Without moving. Yeah.
So really, it was kind of a blessing. Like, I don't know. I don't really believe in fate. I don't believe in everything happens for a reason.
No, but you can certainly in hindsight, always find the best in it.
Definitely. But like, I don't like the idea of fate because it means you don't have a choice. You know what I mean?
It's a scary thought.
What do you think? Do you believe in fate?
Well, I've been seeing as you asked, actually. I've been watching some interesting, like the physicists talk about fate and about the fact that we don't have a choice, and they're quite open about it.
Can you tell me what a physicist is?
People that...
I've got an idea.
You know what? No.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
I can't,
what?
But basically a scientist that principles work on physical science in terms of like molecular light, gravity, physical world science. Physics. Yeah,
okay, I get it now.
Oh,
right. So like not a biologist, but a physicist.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
So what is it you studied at school? Biology, chemistry and physics. So not a chemist, not a biologist, but a physicist.
I studied grass at school.
I'm with you.
Anyway, so...
I studied bifters at school.
But there's a common thread with a lot of physicists, and they seem to think it's common knowledge, but they don't talk about it much either, that we don't actually essentially have a choice in what we're doing, but it's an illusion.
No!
Yeah,
what?
It's mental, right?
But then I might as well just give up.
No, man, don't give up. There's always hope.
That's why I hate fate, because what's the point of trying then? If it's already all determined for you, Why am I busting my balls?
But the trying is determined. So you're going to try anyway because you got no fucking choice.
Well, fuck you to whoever wrote the story. Nah, I mean,
who wrote the script?
You know what I mean? But that just sucks, right? Because, you know, you think about the privileged versus the underprivileged in so many senses of that word. And it's like, okay, so it's just decided that those people get to suffer.
It's really...
It's heartbreaking.
The more you think about it, the more fucked it is.
Yeah, basically. It's awful.
But like, if you think, okay, let's say this is... I'm going to get too deep, right? But...
Let's go. Strap in.
Okay. Big Bang. I'm going to go back to the Big Bang.
Whoa, we're going back. You said deep. Come on, then.
Okay, like the Big Bang happens, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say that it's a measurable amount of force, amount of energy.
Immeasurable or measurable?
It's ameasurable. Let's say that in some world you can measure it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It happens. Everything that happens off the back of the Big Bang is measurable. All the stages. To every point to now, to you and me sat here.
Right.
It's all measurable, okay? So if you walk outside now and a leaf falls and hits the ground on your foot, that was always going to happen because the measure of energy released from the Big Bang was always...
So it's like a ripple effect of everything that was determined to happen afterwards.
It's going to be determined. Even your choice making in terms of like the things that affected your grandparents that decide genetic... You know.
Yeah. So it's kind of like the butterfly effect.
Yeah.
But, right.
So basically,
Shit, man. That's actually very interesting.
Right?
Wow. Yeah. That's some food for thought, that.
Yeah, for sure. Now, where were we?
Yeah, so influences. But I guess influences came from... Okay, wait, let me get back to the timeline. So Rinse...
Rinse at 21. I didn't know that that's when you submitted a... audition.
Yeah, I think it was probably like the year before I did.
Yeah, okay.
But I was on crutches. I remember going at like 7 a.m. on a Saturday to do like the practice.
Then at that point?
I'm not sure when we met, but it was a long time ago. It was probably around that
10
time.
years ago.
Yeah, it was probably around that time.
Yeah.
I'm dated back from my ex-boyfriend, which is who we met through.
No, I think we met at I remember when we met.
Yeah, we met at
that Street Feast.
Was I working?
Street Feast, you were working.
I remember.
You were working at Street Feast.
I was working for
Hugo.
Something.
And obviously Dom was putting... Hugo's a friend of mine.
Right.
And Dom was the person that was organising that thing. Yeah, I remember
I can't remember who I was working for. Was it like some tacos?
I can't remember either.
Yeah, okay, interesting.
But then also after that it was just parties and stuff and like mutuals.
Yeah. But it's probably around that time, yeah. And I remember going on crutches like in the ice and snow.
Yeah.
7 a.m. on a Saturday morning. I was living in a warehouse at the time. It was all chaotic as fuck.
What you need.
But it was great. And from then on, I got started asking to play out a lot. And I didn't want to say yes without really knowing that I could mix properly. So having the studios and having like the hardware there at my disposal was a great thing because I was just practicing constantly. Just digital at this time on CDJs. And
when CDJs, you put a CD in it, right?
Exactly, yeah.
That kind of
I was playing on CDs. I remember, I still got my CDs that I burnt and made lists for.
It's like that's like a forgotten era.
Yeah, do you remember how bloody long it took?
Yeah.
Like writing out your fucking track list.
Yeah.
I used to write them out because I've got a bad memory. So
it was still easier than vinyl though. Still more convenient.
More convenient, but actually, you're right.
Yeah,
I'd say more time consuming with the prep though. Yeah, not as
romantic. Get longer with the prep because you're not gonna because vinyls have everything on it.
Yeah.
But well,
I was thinking, was it cheaper? But buying all them CDs?
Yeah.
Probably still, yeah. I guess it depends what records you're buying.
A CD or whatever.
Yeah.
You buy those reels of CDs.
Yeah, the stack.
Yeah. Like, and you've got fucking like 500 CDs that you can at your disposal, you know.
So around that time that happened. And I guess I was influenced by the Rinse FM community and people that were there a lot. That shaped a lot of my taste around there.
Hard not to be, right?
Amazing. You know? What a beautiful like privilege it was to be exposed to like Rinse FM. At that time it was like it still is so grassroots, but it was just like I've just felt so lucky. I was like, wow, this is you're constantly seeing legends walk through the door and interviewing them as well. And through that, your music taste just expands and grows, and people teaching you stuff and giving you tips, and you're just exposed to so much good stuff. I was like a real SoundCloud obsessor as well. So I was going on like...
And that's SoundCloud's golden age, really.
Yeah, it really, really, really was. I found so many producers who are doing really well now who just had like 1 or 2 tunes out, and I was like, yo, I really want to play your tune on rent. So can I have your music, or can I buy your music, whatever? And it's crazy actually, like to think of a lot of SoundCloud producers' journeys, and some of them are like doing better than me now, and I'm like, fuck you. No. But
there's no
rightly
better
so.
than.
No, of course. But they're having their moment.
Sure.
And it's a beautiful thing. And I guess, I was exposed to the radio, underground music radio community from then on until now. And that has just developed and grown into so many different sort of tangents and branches and areas.
But
so I guess that was it.
Who was the first DJ that you saw and heard that you were like, you know what, that's something I want to do? Is there a moment like that?
Really testing my memory.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't answer that question.
I remember, I mean, going back to what I was saying earlier, I remember a lot of dubstep nights, dubstep raves. And I remember, do you remember Fire at the Millennium Dome, which was then called the Millennium Dome?
Yes.
It's now called the O2 Arena or whatever.
Yeah.
But in the Millennium, it was called the Millennium Dome. And there was a little club, like at the bottom of it, which was called, was it called Fire?
I
don't think it was called Fire. I think it was called something else. It might have been called Fire. Yeah. So I'm thinking of something else. It was called something else. Went to a few raves there. And this was like at the peak of like Plastician, Magnetic Man, Scream and Banger, when they were playing a lot together, like 26 Basslines, all of that. But I was going to a lot of like really nitty little like raves in Vauxhall as well, at this place called Hidden.
Yes.
With a lot of like my festival crew.
Yeah.
I went to a lot of festivals when I was young, when I was a teenager.
Yeah, that's a great education.
Yeah, I think actually, going back to it, a lot of my musical influence came from going to festivals. My dad took us to festivals when we were kids.
Oh, okay. What ones?
Like quite kind of more local ones, like the Green Fair in Kingston, things like that. Basically just a lot of like druids and like white dreadlocks and things like that. No disrespect. And then for the first festival,
just a lot of white dreadlocks.
Yeah, pretty much. Southwest London. But the first festival I went to without parental supervision with my sister was Big Chill Festival, which doesn't exist anymore.
No,
I think I was 14.
Oh, wow.
Which is wild to me, because like, if I had a 14-year-old daughter, I would not send her to Big Chill. And like, I'm not going to lie, Mum and Dad, but we definitely got up to some absolute chaotic naughtiness.
I think, like, definitely like a good education at that age to be allowed that freedom. I think maybe, in the long term, sets you up pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, well, you're a parent. What do you think about that?
I am just.
What if your son said to you when they were 14, can I go to,
I think
it
really all depends on your confidence and how you've brought them up. And I think if you've done, it's not all about you. They have a personality too, obviously.
Yeah.
But if you've done a good enough job, you should be able to trust them.
Right.
But but you know what? Actually, it doesn't really matter. I think you should be able to trust them whatever happens, and it's their fucking life, right? So especially at 15,
it's scary though.
It really is, yeah. But you just have to. All you got to do is communicate what's going to happen, what the problems that could happen, and that you're there for them if anything goes wrong, and you just let them go.
That's lovely.
Because you have to, right?
I just hope for the best.
Jesus Christ! And then sit at home just like that.
Oh my God!
Call me.
Yeah, like my cat went missing recently.
What's that?
My cat went missing recently.
Oh, I know, yeah.
I know, it sucks, but like, honestly, the state of like constant, the state I was in, I'm like, imagine if this was a child.
Yeah, because pets are family members, like, they really are.
But
Cats
imagine
and dogs
if it
or
was
whatever.
a kid though, like, don't know if I could go through that.
I was going to say, a kid is a part of your body, literally, on the outside. So,
especially for women, right? Because it literally walks inside
of course, but that's how I feel about my son.
No,
like,
of course,
I really do,
of course, yeah.
But you're right, yeah. In a more literal way.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I couldn't imagine. missing kid. Anyway, I don't know how we got
I don't know how we got there. But I think I was talking about festivals.
Yes.
Yeah, festivals.
So festivals being a
Went
good,
to them
like a
very
big
young.
part of musical education and
big
influence.
time.
Who did you see at Big Chill? Do you remember? Is there anyone? Is it more what you got up to?
I remember,
Big Chill?
yeah, pretty much. I remember Leonard Cohen was supposed to play, but he cancelled. And I think the year before I just missed Lily Allen. And this was like famous Lily Allen, like come up when she was wearing like ball gowns and Nikes, like Air Max 90s.
That was a look. That was a good look.
When that Smile, All Right Still album came out.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
What's your favourite thing about festivals?
Also a top one.
but now we can talk about them as a thing, you know.
God, I don't know, Alex. Can I just tell you my favourite festivals first?
Yes.
Okay. Glastonbury, obviously.
Of course.
Secret Garden Party and Shambhala. Right.
I know Shambhala, I associate you with Shambhala. I've not been.
Why do you...
Because I guess because I think every time we spoke, or like every time we've spoken about carnival and things like that around that time of year, it's always been like, I'm going to be at Shambhala. Yeah. And I always think of you with that festival.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I'm never at carnival, or I turn up like last minute at carnival straight from Shambhala.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So is that still going, by the way?
Yes, Shambhala's still going. Secret Garden Party, I loved because it felt like a cross between Glastonbury and Shambhala, which was really nice vibe.
Yeah.
It was like, it had the sort of like, you know, really left field, artsy weirdness of Shambhala and the like leave no trace sort of eco-friendly vibe and like the family vibe of Shambhala. But then it had the amazing music from Glastonbury and like the sort of nightlife-y, clubby feel that Glastonbury had as well. So it was this perfect blend. Yeah. It's kind of, I don't know if they're going to do another one, but I don't know.
Oh, really?
That's the rumour mill. But
was there one last year?
There was, but they've reduced it in size a lot.
Okay.
I mean, much like a lot of nightlife and festivals are struggling, I think it's just it's feeling the hit, which sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Which really sucks. It was a really special festival.
Last year was the official second time that Secret Garden Party said they were stopping.
Official second, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see. Yeah. Hopefully not, but there's only so many times you can say that, right? So what was good about Shambhala? What kept you, how many years, when did you first go to Shambhala?
I can't remember, but I'm going to guess probably around like 18.
Yeah, okay,
cool. And then I kept going year after year after year after year for like, I don't know, maybe like 7 years or something.
Yeah.
And what I loved about it was...
Did you get to play?
Yeah, played a few times.
What was the year, how many years in until you played?
Quite long, actually.
Yeah.
So when I finally played, I was like, this is really cool because...
It must have been great.
Because I get a lot of festival bookings and I'm turning up to these festivals I've never been there before and I'm just like, hi, I've come to play, then I see you later.
Yeah,
so it was amazing at Shambhala because I'm like, the first time, maybe it wasn't the first time I played, but I played the Kamikaze tent, which is the dance tent. It used to be called something else. And it felt like such an honour because I was like, bro... You don't know how much this festival means to me. Yeah. And so many of my pals and my family were in the
that's a
audience.
Thing.
My nephews and nieces were there and I got them on stage with me at the end.
Amazing.
And it was the year, actually, so it wasn't that long ago at all. It was when Bota came out, Eliza Rose, Baddest of Them All.
Yeah, okay.
And obviously all the kids know that tune. So I got all the kids on stage, like my nephew, my two nieces, on shoulders and everything.
Sick.
And apparently they went back to school and they were like, my Auntie Emmy, DJ. And I was on stage at this festival on the weekend. I know, it's so cool, right?
For everyone,
yeah, totally.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's the best. I just love that festival because it's, it's like, it ticks all the boxes for me because there's great music, maybe compared to other festivals, not as like cool. But when I'm going to Shambhala, I'm not really looking for cool. I'm looking for like freedom.
Yeah.
Which it really has an abundance of. Like you can be so yourself there. Yeah. It's kind of like an anything goes in terms of like expression. So many costumes and like silliness.
What's the site like?
It's quite small.
Yeah.
It's the same year after year and it's really well curated. I've got a map of it framed in my hand-drawn map framed in my studio.
It really means a lot.
It really, really does. So many memories. And my sister and I were going like, way before she had kids, and now she has kids, we take the kids. So that's a cool thing as well.
Nice to have a festival option like that to take kids to.
Definitely.
Especially, I'm assuming they're quite young.
Yeah, they are. They're like, well, one of them's 10 now. So they were like 3 when we first took them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The festival needs to be a certain way to take a 3-year-old.
Well, that's blowing my mind now, actually, because that means I've been going way longer than that. Oh, no, I don't know. Haven't been in a while. Yeah. But yeah, what's your favourite festival?
Oh, I've always said... Actually, similar to what you say, is Glastonbury because of the size and the sheer, like...
magnificence.
Yeah, the sheer magnificence of it. And SGP was my second one because of the size of that and what you get from both.
Yeah.
You know, the difference. But I haven't been to Shambhala, so...
Oh, it's great, yeah.
But SGP, I think I've been to every single one, which is mad.
Yeah, wow. I think I almost have.
Yeah,
I think there's like a couple I missed at the beginning.
Yeah.
But that's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and the same experience, like going to I think maybe 4 of them and then starting to play.
Yeah.
And then the relationship with the land and the people just evolving. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing.
I've been there as a performer, a hula hoop dancer.
Yeah, there you go.
I used to work for Bearded Kitten in the Coliseum. Doing like...
I remember Bearded Kitten.
As an immersive performer. And then just going again, just as a punter, then DJing. Like, it's really nice when you're involved with something from its like genesis, and then
your relationship with it is going to be so much more deep, and like
authentic,
authentic and root based, like, you know, fingering
you
every
play
pie
differently, don't you, when you care about something that much?
100%.
Yeah
100%. That's what Glastonbury was like for me. First time me and Matt played Glastonbury, you know, it's just you care so much. You do play differently, of course, but like anything you do in your day, if you care about it, it's going to be, you're going to treat it differently.
It's called Ikigai.
Ikigai.
Yeah, let's go back to some philosophy.
It's like the one I look at in the mirror.
He's an Ikigai. So there's this, I think it's Japanese philosophy called Ikigai. You heard of it?
Yeah.
It's basically about flow state. So but somebody who has Ikigai is somebody who does everything with purpose and passion.
Yeah, beautiful.
So like even when I made you that drink, if I was doing it with Ikigai, I don't think I did it with Ikigai. Look at the statement. Fucking hell, mate.
Yeah, I think that's an
Ikigai. Look at it.
It looks icky.
It looks so unelegant.
Some more Ikigai, that's for sure.
On that bombshell.
But no, I hear you though. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to keep up because obviously things get in the way, but doing everything with purpose and passion is, I guess, the key to life.
It's basically being present in everything.
Yeah, but also just being like,
having... You have to allow yourself some grace though, man, as well. Like you can't always be turned on in that respect because it sounds tiring to me.
Exactly. It is.
Yeah.
It really is. I think working as like a front-facing artist is an exact example of that. Just having a front-facing job, I mean.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, there's times when I was doing like the breakfast radio show and I just found out some really harrowing news and then you're live on air. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's tough to
tell me about that.
Yeah, I remember like hearing about someone dying essentially. I'm really taking it there.
Experience. That's why I want to know about
and then and then being like, well, we've got about 1 minute and 47 seconds until we're live on air and you've got to do a 3-hour breakfast show.
3 hours as well.
Yeah, every single day for years.
Yeah.
So that was you know, you really like got to get your shit together.
But that's the performance part of it.
Totally.
You know?
And I guess you learn how to switch. Like, I guess it's like code switching, kind of like you just learn how to switch it on.
Yeah, for sure.
But then I don't know, that kind of creates something weird because you have a different self.
Compartmentalizing yourself.
Yeah, your whole being, like you have a different self. And that sort of creates a bit of a split.
Like, you know, I've just found out someone that I love's died.
Yeah.
You're like putting that person into a box.
You're suppressing.
Yeah, it's suppressing.
You're suppressing.
Yeah,
so you're kind of creating like a bit of a split in your personality.
Yeah, so do you think that's an unhealthy practice, essentially?
I think for me, yeah, because I think I've done like sort of front-facing stuff for so long. So I think it's created a bit of a Oh, I'm really like getting into it here. I've created a bit of a split, inadvertently created a bit of a split in my personality where like my authentic self and my social being, I suppose, can be very different. And trying to sort of knit those two together can feel very stressful because I almost feel like a bit of a pressure to be a certain way.
I'm trying to keep a hold of the bridge that joins the two as well.
Yeah, which is like, I don't even know if that exists at some point. When someone says be yourself, I'm a bit confused about what that means. Because I'm like, you know, I don't know.
Perspective, I think, would help with that, maybe.
Well, yeah, of course.
Time away from time away from the things that separate your personality. You know?
It's just a funny one, isn't it?
Like, gather yourself up again, like, you know.
I guess.
Yeah, it's funny.
What you were going to say something a similar experience?
Oh yeah, like I was just about to start. Literally, like 10 minutes before a gig, my mum was like, "I've got some bad news," and I was like, "Oh, I'm just about to play. Like, I don't know if I can handle it." But then I was like, "I can't handle the not knowing." So I was like, "Just tell me." And then she told me my uncle passed away, and then put the phone down and went behind the desk and was like, "Yeah," you know, like that same thing, basically.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Secret Garden Party, like a couple of years ago.
Oh God!
Was it last year? Yeah, my stepdad was in intensive care.
We saw each other then. Yeah.
That whole time, it was a really rainy one, and like a lot of things happened.
From
like
the Saturday, it was really rainy. Yeah,
I was going through like a relationship breakdown. And my stepdad was in the ICU. Didn't know if he was going to live or die, but just still had to get on with it. And then also like surrounded by drugs and alcohol.
Yeah,
like,
of course. Yeah,
there's the escapism element. So it's tough, man. Like obviously, I feel like things could be tougher, of course, they always can, but it's a tough thing, I think, in its own respect.
Don't
you can't get yourself into that.
Yeah, don't take away.
But it's awful. And then may his soul rest in peace. My shout out to my stepdad.
Cheers. Yeah.
Cheers to Ian.
Yeah.
Clonk.
That was a proper
next
clonk,
question. Before I cry.
Okay. Next question. What makes you cry? No, I'm joking.
Too much tahini on my glass.
Yeah. Okay, I'll tell you what. We'll keep it like... Also, are you cold?
I'm all right.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm all right for now. Yeah,
because you can put on... This is your moment.
This is my opportunity.
Put on an extra layer.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Thank you.
I want to talk about your relationship between like broadcasting, journalism, and being and kind of like starting to become the DJing part of things and moving more, sidestepping more into that, right?
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer that, you know, that DJs are journalists, music journalists, essentially, because you're sharing that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, so I think with you, my assumption is that you started off you started off a DJ before you knew it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Definitely. Yeah.
And like now, how do you kind of like balance the relationship between your broadcasting and journalism and actually now just being a fully fledged DJ?
Okay, good question. It's interesting because I've gone through a lot of changes in the last couple of years. For 10 years, I was a music journalist. And I say that with chest because like I was a broadcaster,
100%,
not just a DJ. And I think I was a broadcaster first anyway, even though like, you know, not professionally, I was still DJing, whatever. So I was DJing, I was a broadcaster, and then recently I've become a producer. And I think I left Rinse FM a couple of years ago. No, wait, when was it? October 2023. So like a year and almost a half ago now.
Yeah.
Time flies, man. It's wild.
Yeah.
I left, there was no bad blood. Like I left purely because I felt like I just reached a point where there was nothing more I could do or gain or learn. And I felt like it had been 10 years. So at my tenure.
When I heard the news, it made complete sense to me. There was nothing about it that was like, there was nothing about it that was like, what's she doing? It was like, of course.
Well, a few people were like, oh, what happened? I'm like, nothing happened. Nothing, literally nothing happened. I just left because I was like, and even everyone at Rinse was like, why are you leaving? And I'm like, if I'm honest, I just kind of like saw myself, my friend has always said this to me, picture yourself on a cloud. Picture yourself on a cloud looking down at your life like a timeline.
Yeah.
And then you'll see like, it's perspective, isn't it?
For sure.
And I just thought, I don't want to be 60 and look back and be like, oh, I stayed because I might as well have. you know?
Oh, that's the worst reason.
Yeah.
Might as well have.
Yeah, and I feel like 10 years is a real solid innings.
Yeah, it really is, yeah.
And I just thought, I have so many things I want to do. If I stay, I'm never going to do them. Also, to do a 3-hour show. So at this point, I was doing the Friday night, like, dance show. It's called the dance show. 3 hours doesn't actually seem that long to me because I used to do 3 hours every day, but that was presenting and the music was already picked and curated for me. But the Friday night show was all my curation, interviews every single week.
And for me, that's intimidating work.
It's a lot. It's a lot,
really...
man. So it's 3 hours of hosting plus and a half an hour interview that you've got to book in the first place. And DJs are notoriously bad at getting back to you on time, myself included.
Yeah.
So you got to book it, you got to write it, do all the research. You've got to curate hours worth of music and you've got to mix. It's like, it's just a lot, you know? And like that brain, it's your brain capacity. There's not enough space for you to think about much else really and then have time for yourself and your social life and your fitness and your health. Like,
and all the other stuff on top.
Exactly. So I just thought, you know what? I have given this all I've got for 10 years now.
Yeah, 10 years is amazing.
Let me change it up.
You cut your teeth after 4 years, right? Yeah. Or whatever, or even sooner. So 10 years is like, you've done it. You've done it for sure.
And like, don't get me wrong, Rinse is still my family. Genius is still my brethren, but like, I just needed to explore, you know? And like, I don't know whether it was a bad decision or not. I don't really believe in bad decisions, but like, it was just a decision.
I
think it was just a decision and I kind of just needed to see where it went. And I wanted to sort of put myself back in a classroom state where I was learning again.
Yeah.
So I decided to give the producing thing a go. And also after years and years and years and years and years of supporting and interviewing producers, I was like, I really just want to do it.
I could do better than you.
But like I sing, I play the piano. I can do better, man. But like I sing, I play the piano.
I'm like, whatever.
But like I sing, I play the piano since I was like 8. And I love music, and I know what I want to hear, and I know that I want to make. Well, you never know what might be coming up, Alex.
Okay, all right.
But it just felt like a natural next step, and like, don't get me wrong, I know I'm not like I know I'm not an amazing producer yet, but I'm doing my thing.
Who says?
I don't know, me. But I'm just doing it, man. And I think also like being in your 30s, you take bigger risks because
if you don't create the space in your life, even if you don't know what's coming, if you don't create the space, nothing will come.
Exactly.
Because there's no fucking room for it.
Exactly.
So like just hanging on and being like you said that but just because I can, I should stay.
Yeah, exactly.
Then it's closed. It's a closed. You're living a closed life.
There's no room for opportunity.
No room for opportunity. Room for things to come in and yeah. So.
I think what happens in your 30s, what can happen, is that you stop being in a space where you can learn new things. Because in your 20s, it's all about learning new things.
Yeah.
In your 30s, you start getting comfortable.
You do.
And I think that's fine. Like, if I was in a different position where I had kids and a marriage and things like that, then I'd be happy to be a creature of habit. But I think if I don't, and while I don't, then let me learn as much as I can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just fucking love music, Alex. And I know it sounds so cliche, but it's the one thing that I'm obsessed with.
No arguments from me.
Yeah. But you get it.
No arguments from me.
Yeah. That's what I wanted. That's what I want.
Yeah. But I really, when you said like I wanted to go back to school again, I can really relate to that with this thing.
Yeah.
Because with Toast and Jams, I should say, people that are listening. But because like you just get to a point where I just want to be shit at something.
Yeah, it's so humbling.
I want to be new at something again, and like, it is.
You have to really take a bit of a back seat in your own life.
I almost envy you a little bit in terms of the like starting your production journey.
Really?
Because that's for me when it was the most exciting was the not knowing, right?
That's really nice though, because obviously I envy you because you're really amazing at what you do. But like, that's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it goes both ways.
That's nice.
Because it's because it's the not knowing, and you're looking out onto like an expanse of like possibility.
Yes.
Whereas I'm like looking back a bit more.
You're in your own brain looking 16, you know what I mean? I was trying to do a full circle.
You're your own brain and like me, my own brain.
Oh, wait, it made sense to my head. But no, I've got
we both brain together.
And now we brain. Wait, I've got an interesting quote. I remember from Nyx. So Nyx, obviously, like amazing DJ and producer.
Yeah.
Who runs Black Artist Database.
Right, okay.
She's just great in her own right as well. And an amazing woman, shout out Nyx. She told me in her interview, actually, on my show, she said that, so one of her first tunes that came out, actually her first tune that came out, I think it's called Badness Can't Work. And she was on my show after that came out, and I said, tell me about when you made that tune. She made it as she was learning. So it was a tune that she was working on through all her lessons, and she decided to put it out. And she said, through being a music journalist, what I've learned is that, and just through talking to other artists, is I've learned that they always say to me, a lot of musicians and artists don't put out their first things that they make because they're scared that it sounds shit and amateur, right? But they wish that they had. Because that's when you have the best ideas, that's when it feels the most organic. So with my EP, those were the first tunes I ever made. And because I had that wisdom, I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna put it out. Yeah, and a little part of me is like, shit, maybe I should have waited a bit longer, but I don't care.
I think in the future you won't regret that.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot to be said for growing and developing in the eye of an audience. So like, just that basically, like just allowing the audience to join you on your journey, basically. Instead of being like, you know what, I'm not going to show anything until I'm good or until I think I'm good. What you're doing is you're not allowing other people to join you, and it is a journey. Life is a fucking journey, right? I don't want to get too fucking like cliche.
Life, and the conclusion of today's podcast session is life is a journey.
Do.
Oh life.
I was singing that earlier. I thought I'd make Campbell laugh with that one. I was trying to keep myself.
Who sings that tune again?
Desiree.
Oh.
Desiree. Do you think that's her real name?
Yeah, Desiree.
Yeah, okay.
That's definitely a real name.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it's her name.
Okay, cool. It just sounds like disarray to me.
It
too
does.
Much. Anyway, we'll cut this bit. I'll also cut the bit when I'm locked in the toilet as well. waving out the cat flap.
That was a sight.
I was like, they've got to see. They've got to see this. They've got to see this.
So is that what you were doing? I thought you were trying to use the handle.
I was like, just see the broom. Someone, like you guys, I could hear you talking like, ha 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 ha. I was like, for fuck's sake, see the broom. And I was like, actually, maybe I could get the handle.
I just saw it waving. I thought you were getting the handle. Yeah, that's actually that's some ninja shit.
I thought the best end to this story is me doing it myself.
Yeah. Well, where did you get the broom from?
It was in there. It was in there.
Okay, so you pushed it through the cat flap.
Down my leg.
So that's what that was. So you pushed the broom through the cat flap?
Yeah, and was trying to hook it.
That's cool shit.
I thought, like, there's some brownie points here. Like,
you might have been it. Sorry. I was going to say, like, if it was a dog flap, you could fit through it, but...
No, it's a cat flap.
Yeah, it's definitely a cat flap.
Do you think I could fit through a dog flap?
I don't know.
Depends on the dog flap.
It depends on the dog. Depends on the size of the dog.
Depends on the dog's flaps.
Depends on the size of the dog's flaps. So, Alex, what happened to you a minute ago? Why did you take so long in the toilet?
Well, we had a toilet break. So I've got rim salt on my chest. We had a toilet break, and I heard Campbell diligently let you know that there's something wrong with the door and you can't really fully close it, right? Otherwise you get locked in. But I was thinking about how much of a good time we were having. I went walked straight in and slammed the door, and I was locked in.
Nice.
And no one was answering my calls.
Did you take your phone in as well?
No, my shouts. My calls is in natural.
Oh, because also we're all on airplane mode as well, so no one would...
Everyone's in airplane mode, just ignoring me, yeah. And so I found a broom. At first I put my arm out the cat flap and was like, they're going to see this, they're going to see this. Because if you just move enough, right,
I think because we were a bit raised up, we couldn't see that low.
So how did you see me in the end?
The broom.
The broom. So yeah, I found a little broom, I stuck it out, was waving that, and I thought, maybe I could catch the door handle.
Well, you smashed it.
Almost. Almost. All right, let's do a quick fire round.
Okay, wait, hold on a second. I just a bit cold. I need to put the cardigan on.
A bit cold. Okay, go for it.
Continue.
So, vinyl, CDJs, or USB?
But what's the question though? Like, what do I prefer as a whole?
What do you like the look of the most?
Vinyl, obviously.
As an aesthetic.
Not USB, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, CD, no.
Yeah, they don't. That's the thing. It's the newest or the oldest, right?
Yeah.
There's no middle ground.
I've recently started playing more records.
Okay.
I guess you get to a certain point where like digital's not that special.
Mm.
Well, it is in its own right. That's the thing. Okay, so I've always been a digital person.
Yeah.
Just because I guess of the time that I was born and the accessibility to it, the cost. My dad actually played a lot of records. So the first time I like saw someone DJing, it was on vinyl, and like probably the first time I played anything was on vinyl.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But I don't know, I connected way more with like the internet and digital world. And I think my thing for a long time was discovering newness and new artists and like digging out new artists. And that was kind of what my radio show was about for a long time. Like I really liked that.
And imagine all the music that you've gone through in your 10 years at Rinse. Imagine that all being vinyl. Imagine receiving all of that music as demos.
It's also really heavy, Alex, like physically.
Yeah, I know.
You know.
I've got a bad back.
Moving house with records.
Fucking hell, mate. It's so long.
It is a pain in the back, neck, arse, everything.
This is why my answer will always be USBs, but like it's the context, right?
Yeah.
Like if we're talking about convenience, then yeah, of course.
100%.
Digital USBs.
And I think the beauty of USBs is its accessibility. It's vinyl can be very exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not the most inclusive form of medium. It's not the most inclusive medium.
And people that are into it tend to be similar.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not naming any names. But although recently I've been playing a lot more records, obviously you find stuff that you will never find online when you dig for records. And I guess it's different in terms of music discovery because you go into a place where there's a limited thing there. You're not in the pool of like infinity.
Yeah.
So it's special. They're both special in their own right.
From limitation comes inspiration, right?
Right, exactly. And there's something very beautiful about like it's archival in a different way as well, you know. Whereas I think USB is very much focused on the new and progressive, whereas vinyl is focused on like the heritage.
Yes,
way more.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep it there.
Fucking hell.
Well done.
Smashed it.
All right, track that never leaves your set list, if there is one.
I don't know, Alex. I don't think there is one.
Or is there not one that's kind of hung around like a bad smell for a long time?
Rio de Silva. No, joking. I don't know. No. Wait, is the one that I'm playing a lot at the moment? Okay, I can name one I'm playing a lot at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Steve Roberts. Do you know Steve?
No.
Steve Roberts, great producer.
Okay.
He's got this tune called Emergency Distress Call. Actually, it might be his remix of Emergency Distress Call that has not left a set for a long time.
Cool. Great. It puts a smart, like, you know, when you're playing and you're going through tunes and you're like, oh yeah, that feeling, that's
it's got a real like distorted, like stinky melodic bass line that's like it's quite minimal, like rolly. It's nice, yeah.
Cool. Okay, great. Best back-to-back session you've ever had?
Oh, ever had? Oh, I'm going to piss a lot of people off here.
Well, okay, just
recently.
Yeah.
Okay, I played with Papa Nugs recently on my birthday.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yes. How was that?
It was so much fun. We played at MOT in Bermondsey. I was so pissed. I don't normally play really pissed because, like, for obvious reasons. But it was my birthday, so I was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
And we just had the best time. It was so nice. It was very much like, there's a lot of freedom involved, but also me and him play. We're similar, but we're not. You know, and that's the best. Those are the best back-to-backs.
Yeah,
we've got a similar vibe, but we do have different styles.
Like the circle diagrams,
the Venn diagram.
Cross. Yeah, the Venn diagrams. That's the word. They're just slightly
exactly.
Cross.
So where we meet in the middle is a really beautiful space.
Cool. Okay.
So that was fun. And I played with, Lydia.
No,
she's great. She's definitely an up and comer at the moment. I feel like watch this space.
What kind of style would you say?
Oh God. Like moody, minimally, techno-y kind of vibes.
Okay. All right.
But she's great. She did a party in Manchester. She does a party in Manchester. I can't remember the name of it. Shit.
That's okay.
We'll just cut that bit out. She does a party in Manchester. And I played there recently.
How was that? What was the Manchester crowd saying for you?
Oh, I love Manchester, yeah.
It's great, right?
I love it.
Manchester's on, like, for some reason, it's on my radar at the moment.
I feel like it's the second London.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll hate me saying that, won't they, Manchester people?
I think, and also the rest of the UK.
Yeah.
Probably hate saying
that. They'll be like, oh, we're not second London, are we?
But also, like, who wants to be second London?
Yeah.
Just
fuck London.
Be your own, yeah.
Joking, London's obviously my fave. But yeah, I think Manchester's cool, man. They've just always had a really cool thing going on there. I think like just coming outside of London, it just gives you perspective as to obviously like, I don't know, I love London and I'll probably never leave because I just love it so much. And music-wise, it's the best for me personally. But when you come out and play in different places, you do realise how niche and specific a London crowd can be.
Yeah, definitely.
And they are a really difficult crowd to play to.
Yeah, for sure.
They really are. Like, there's a lot of closed-mindedness when it comes to London.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like, people outside of London are often a lot more open to a good time.
Way more.
And you're like, oh, fuck, this is easier than I thought. Like,
way
not
easier.
Easier than I thought, but, you know, as a DJ's job.
It's a lot less pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Scotland was that for me.
Oh, my God, Scotland is the best to play in.
I went to Aberdeen, like, got the train up to Aberdeen, and was just first time, you know, knew nothing about it and played it was like a student night. I think it was a student night. But anyway, was just like blown away by how enthusiastic everyone was.
They are up for it.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah,
it's
really great, isn't it?
All right, next one. One festival that you really want to play at that you haven't played at yet.
Oh, there's loads.
Yeah, but top one, come on, number one
Dimensions.
Spot. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd love to play at Dimensions.
Yeah, great.
I've only ever been there once, actually. I went this summer just gone, so 2024.
Yeah.
I had the best time. It felt like going to a festival years and years ago.
Yeah.
You know when you're just flying the whole way through and the music was just immaculate. Just
bouncing from one thing to another and everything's working. And
it was gorgeous, man. Like the best community, the best music. It was flawless for me. And so that would be a pleasure.
Yeah, cool. I'm sure that's pretty easy.
It'll be a pleasure.
It's quite achievable, I think. I imagine.
Who knows?
Apparently,
fate's not in our hands,
say a bit
Alex.
More how much you like it.
Well, fate's not in our hands, is it? We don't have a choice.
Yeah, you're either going to play it or you're not.
According to the physicists.
The Big Bang decides all.
Physicists decide.
So the Big Bang's God, right?
Well, that's if evolution and creation coexist.
This is a weird question. The weirdest post-gig request from a fan, without it being too weird. I don't know if there is one.
Sorry, pardon me. That sounded great, Campbell. The weirdest post-gig request from a fan.
Yeah. Hopefully there isn't a really weird one. Good, I'm glad. You know what, I'm glad that you don't
Can you give me an
one.
example of someone's weird one? You've thought of that question for a reason.
No, like, you know, no, I don't have one.
I don't believe you. You're lying.
Post-gig request.
You're
in, like,
so
sign
lying.
my t-shirt or like, do you want to go and get some?
Okay, not weird, but not that weird, and not necessarily post. But there's a guy who used to come to a lot of Unit B1 parties, and he used to stand at the front of just in the front row, basically, and draw me as I played. I think he does it to a lot of DJs. So like live portraits, and they're really cool. Actually, they're kind of like they look a bit like
to other people.
Yeah. They look a bit like not anime. What's the other one?
Caricatures.
No. It's like anime, but it's not anime.
Pokemon.
What's it called? Ah, I can't remember.
They're kind of like Ghibli.
No, that's anime.
Oh, I thought I was onto it there.
It's like Dragon Ball Z. What's that?
No idea.
Anyway, he does these portraits, and they're sick. He does them in his notebook and just like sort of pulls them out and gives them away. And I think I've like taken a lot of them home before. So that's kind
sweet.
of fun.
That's nice. It's not too weird.
No, it's really sweet actually.
That's good. Okay, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
Okay, so seeing as you're a broadcaster,
yes.
Do you think you're going to keep that up? As
Definitely.
Part of your,
1,000,000%. It's the thing that I love most in this whole world.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
great.
I just needed a break.
Yeah, fair enough.
I just needed a break, and like, it feels like a part of my soul. I know it sounds so extreme, but it feels like a massive part of me. I don't think I would ever be fully content if I wasn't broadcasting, presenting,
I can see that completely.
hosting. I love it so much
it's good
with
to
all
hear,
of my heart.
You're good
Yeah.
at it too.
Thank you.
So I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Dream guest that you'd like to interview?
Probably like Mariah Carey.
Oh, Dead or Alive though, maybe we should say.
Mariah Carey. I'm a huge fan of songstress.
She's so quirky as well as a person.
She's a nutter, man.
She's a nutter, yeah.
I love
I'm trying
her
to be
bits.
diplomatic with the
Nah, she's a nutter.
She's a nutter,
She's a full nutter, and like, I don't know, I'm like a huge R&B fan as well.
Do a long form interview with her, like, imagine, like, get into it. A bottle of tequila with her.
How difficult would that be?
There's not much of that.
Shit, we've drank a lot of tequila. I've got to go for lunch with my sister in a minute. What time is it?
It's 1 o'clock.
On a Wednesday? Is it Wednesday?
My car's outside.
You're not driving.
No, I've got to stay here for a bit, Campbell. So have a little nap on the sofa.
Get this man a coffee.
Okay, cool. I just want to talk about the future with you and what's next.
Well, what's your question?
What's the one thing you still want to achieve that's on your bucket list?
Work-wise?
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Doesn't have to be work-wise, but yeah, let's start with that.
Okay.
But if something comes to mind that isn't work, feel free.
I just want to have kids.
I knew you were going to say that. I held back from saying it because I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Yeah, I mean, it's so personal, this one, but fuck it, whatever. Like, I've had a few tequilas.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just like, I'm such a family person. I really am. I've got so many nephews and nieces and cousins with kids. It's just something that I've always felt was my destiny, you know?
Yeah.
And I just want it. Like, I can see it in my immediate future.
Yeah,
it's difficult for that kind of life to coexist. There aren't many. I can count them on one hand how many DJs I know who have children and are still working, let's say.
Yeah, me too.
So it's not like there's a lot of representation.
No, not
so
at all.
It doesn't seem like an inspiring sort of lifestyle.
I think things are shifting though in that respect. I do.
Yeah, I definitely do. But it's like the slowest process in the world.
For sure. Yeah.
So it's not easy to sort of envision that life for myself with the kind of job that I do. There's definitely a way, but that's what I want. I want to be a working mum.
Annie Mac is a really good example.
Really good example. Jam Supernova.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Another good
100%.
one. There's a few. There are a few, but it's what I want. I hope that it's achievable.
I mean, it is achievable. Of course it is.
Yeah.
Of course it is. All right. Thank you for the honest answer.
You're welcome.
If you could work with any artist, dead or alive, on a track in the studio, collaboration-wise. And we didn't even touch on collaboration earlier, which I actually wanted to ask you about.
Okay.
But let's stick with this question.
All right.
So, yeah.
Oh, this is hard because, like, it depends what kind of music we'd be making. Because if it comes to, like, dance music. Okay, because I was going to say Pharrell Williams. Because, like, the Neptunes, like, it's just so amazing to me. Don't make that face. But dance music, this is so tough. I'm like, I don't know. Let me think.
Like, who would you, but even putting aside collaboration, who do you just want to sit in the studio with, making a dance tune with?
I don't know if I can answer this question.
Okay, can I change the question?
Yeah.
I know you've been working with Rory and Klaus, who are 111, just for people that are listening. I don't know. Actually, I'm not really aware of the capacity of how you've been working with each other.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a bit more about that, maybe?
I've been sketching a lot and bringing almost finished tunes.
Yeah, great.
To mainly Klaus, and then Rory's coming with a little bit of direction for some things. But so it's mainly been my composition and then finessed by the brilliant minds that are 111. Yeah. Recently, Klaus and I have been working on some stuff, actually. We worked on a collab.
Yeah.
So it's been a bit more 50-50.
That's a fun room too. I used to share that room with Klaus.
Really? In Hackney Wick?
Yeah, Hackney Wick.
Funny little mouldy old studio, isn't
it? but his setup is just like...
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's what you need.
Yeah, so many machines, like a lot of analog. The sound is so different.
You can't not be inspired in that room in terms 100%. Of what do you want to do now?
Yeah, and I mean, this is the reason why I love working with Klaus. Also, firstly, because he's a great person, and I just love him as a person. We work so well together.
Yeah.
And he's got amazing taste and amazing ears.
Yeah.
But also, when you make music in that room with those machines, the sound quality is unparalleled.
It's authentic.
Beautiful.
There's something really authentic about it.
Yeah,
well.
it's a sound that you can't recreate in the box.
For sure. Yeah.
So it's just like adds another level to my music, which is like my music style, I guess, producing is quite minimal. So if you're going to make minimal stuff, each element needs to sound so
100%.
You know.
Yeah, for sure. Everything's shining, right?
Yeah.
So everything's got to be polished up.
Right.
If it's going to shine, you know, like kicks or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Exactly.
Sure.
All right, so I am launching my own record label.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
I haven't said that really out loud yet.
All right, well,
so
cheers.
Exclusive.
Yeah.
Chink.
Cheers.
Thank you. And I'm writing an EP. Which is half.
You're gonna kick off the label with a
with
release?
an EP. Yeah,
great.
Half of it's me, half of it is collabs. 2 tracks of me, 2 tracks collabs, and that should be happening around this time, springtime.
Cool.
Yeah.
Amazing. Congratulations.
Pretty scary. Thank you.
And also, like, it makes complete sense in terms of next steps.
Thanks.
Like, yeah,
That's
I think
good
you're
to
doing
hear.
a good job of moving through steps really well.
Thank you.
Like, good work.
I'm taking my sweet time with it. But
but you know, it's a process. It's a process.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, thank you, Em.
Thanks
you so
for
much.
having me.
Really good to chat to you.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, me too.
Another cheers.
Another cheers.
See you off.
All right.
Cheers, darling.
Cheers.
To toast and jams.
To toast and jams.